Alright, let's move on to the West. Denver needs help on both sides of the line, and they need some running back help. The offensive line has struggled the past few years. Their defensive line is mostly the reason that's why they dropped in the bottom 5 in terms of run defense. And it never hurts to have help in the backfield. Their top guy is Russell Okung. They did not pick up his option for this year, so he's gone. We know he's gone. KC, they need help in that secondary because they need to find another corner to go next to Marcus Peters. They need help at the linebacker position because Derek Johnson is getting up there in age, so they're going to have to find a replacement for him. And they could use another running back because they just cut Jamal Charles. So they need to find another starter. Dontari Poe's their top guy. Drafted him just outside the top 10. Made the Pro Bowl his rookie year. Been solid ever since. And I say this about a lot of these guys, but it happens a lot. He could be overpaid. It happens more than it should. You take a look at that history of free agency. It's happened a lot. And this could be another case where he gets overpaid. Alright, let's move on to the Chargers. Again, both sides of the line. And some DB help because that secondary was... I don't know what to describe that secondary last year. They really did struggle in the secondary. And offensive line, it's another case where it struggled the past few years. They have got to improve that offensive line. They just cut DJ Fluker, so they need to find another tackle. And the defensive line, they have got to get some upgraded help. They got to get that line better. And their top guy is Danny Woodhead. He left the Patriots to go to them. He was better as a Charger than he was as a Patriot. But he's getting up there in age, and he's coming off an injury. So, I don't think he's going to go back to the Chargers, but I think a team will take a chance on him. Okay, Oakland. They need help at the linebacker position because they may lose Malcolm Smith, so they need a new middle linebacker if he does leave. Need some corner help because DJ Hayden's a free agent, and Sean Smith lost a step last year. And if Murray leaves, then they need some running back help. Their top guy is Malcolm Smith. He's a very solid linebacker. Very solid. So, he did some good things in Oakland, but I think they were expecting him to be like this leader of the defense, and he just wasn't that. He was just very solid middle linebacker, so you could see the case where they want to go for a guy that could be a leader in that linebacking core. Well, Khalil Mack is kind of like the leader of the linebacking core, but find another guy that can also be a leader on that defense. You know what I mean. Okay, that was the AFC West. Let's move on to the NFC West. Arizona. They need to find a starter next to Patrick Peterson. So they need a corner. They got to upgrade that guard position. And they need to find their quarterback of the future. Carson Palmer cannot play forever. Alright, Sam and I talked about this in the top 5 quarterback prospects. You could see him take a guy like Kaya. Or maybe one of the top 3 guys that they fall to them in the second round. Alright? Probably not gonna happen, but they have got to find their future quarterback. They've got to. And their top guy is Calais Campbell. He's been a great player for them for many years. This is always tough for me to pick. So I'm just not gonna. I am not going to pick this one. Because I can't pick it. Because I won't know. The LA Rams, they need some help in the secondary. They could possibly lose all 4 of their secondary players within the past 2 free agencies. TJ McDonald is a free agent. They may trade Trumaine Johnson. Sorry. And they lost Janoris Jenkins and Ronnie McLeod last year. So all 4 of those guys could possibly be in other uniforms next year. 2 of them already are. One is possibly going to be traded. The other's a free agent. Alright, they need some O-line help. They have needed to upgrade that line for a long time. They've been trying to do it, but they just have not been able to find the right combination of players. And they need a wide receiver. They have got to find a number 1 wide receiver. It's the same thing with Tennessee. Find a number 1 receiver. I mentioned TJ McDonald. And I think he leaves because LA just has not been able to keep their secondary pieces, so I think he leaves. Alright, San Francisco, they need a quarterback. We all know that situation, not getting into that. A wide receiver. They have had problems getting good wide receivers the past few years, and they need some pass rush help. They need to find another pass rusher. Or they need to find a pass rusher. Top guy's Torrey Smith. They cut him, so he's not coming back to San Francisco. Seattle, they need some help on that O-line. They have got to find O-line help. Defensive tackle, you can never have too many defensive tackles when you're in Seattle. Also, when your defensive tackles are starting to get up there in age. So get some guys for the future. And they could use some linebacker help. Alright, their top guys, their kicker, Steven Hauschka. Really, they don't have a guy that's in the top 101 free agents on NFL.com. So I just went with their kicker because he's one of the best kickers in the league. I think he's going to stay. So, those are my free agency videos. And see you guys next time.